Brandel Chamblee from the Golf Channel joins us. Is Bubba a great golfer, Brandel?
Well, I guess it depends on how you define great golfer. You know, if you're talking about accumulating massive amounts of wins over the course of a career, he's only got 6 wins and he's 35 years old. He's kind of sneaky really good and sneaky old. If he goes on to add 10, 15 more wins to his career, he'll end up in the Hall of Fame, and I'd call that great. The problem is that most of the golf courses are not like Augusta. They're not old school golf courses with very little rough, with huge dog legs that put so much premium on creativity and gaining angles. So the great thing about Augusta National is it brings out the best in the best golfers.
Your thoughts of Jordan Spieth at that age? Did his age show up on Sunday?
I don't know if it was his age so much as just technical flaws in his putting and the fact that he can't hit the ball as far as Bubba Watson. If you start to look for parallels age-wise to what Jordan did, you end up talking about Tiger Woods, Seve Ballesteros, and Jack Nicklaus. All of them were very long hitters, and all of them were great putters. Jordan is neither of those. What he is and what he has, similar to, I'd say, Jack Nicklaus and maybe even Tiger Woods late on a Sunday, is a clear head, a maturity. Now, there is another young man who did what Jordan did at a very young age, and that's Sergio Garcia. Sergio Garcia's temperament, I think, held him back and has kept him from winning major championships. I think Jordan, with his clear head, can make up for his lack of distance, but he'll have to correct and make some adjustments to his short putting. It does appear to be a problem early in his career.
Best performance was turned in by who?
Best performance was turned in probably by Miguel Angel Jimenez and Jordan Spieth. You're talking about a 50-year-old man and a 20-year-old boy. They shocked me with what they did. Bubba Watson impressed me, and his 4-iron into the 4th hole may have been one of the greatest long irons hit in the history of golf, right there with a couple that Jack Nicklaus hit eons ago. But Jordan Spieth and Miguel Angel Jimenez did things that were basically unprecedented.
Miguel is going to be in his Dos Equis commercial. He's just a fascinating character. That you got the ponytail. They call him the mechanic. He's got all these. I mean, he's smoking his stogies. I mean, he's just a fascinating dude. There's nobody else on tour like him, is there?
There's a few. I mean, not exactly like that, but for the most part, if you finish a golf tournament, look around, you go, who would I like to have a beer with? And that's kind of the way I judge, good guy, great guy, or whatever. It's like, who would I like to sit around and have a beer with? Lee Westwood, who wouldn't want to have a beer with him? Miguel Angel Jimenez. For the most part, you end up talking about Europeans. They seem to handle the stress of travel. They seem to handle the inconvenience of the questions that they're getting asked all the time with grace and humor, and I just love them.
I thought it was fascinating to watch that and to try to tell people about that golf course, that the margin of error is remarkable. And, I've said before on the air, I played it twice, but didn't play it when it's tournament time. And you see, if you don't put it in a certain place, you're dead. And to watch the greatest players in the world, look at something and go, I don't know how that happened, or just how it would deflate you to hit a near perfect shot and not get near perfect results. How does that sort of, because you got to compartmentalize though, Brandel, from hold almost shot to shot, certainly hole to hole.
You do, and we saw it. So you look at the 9th hole yesterday. Again, Bubba Watson hit it 40, 50 yards past Justin, or Jordan, I should say, and he had a shorter shot and a better angle to the green. Jordan hit a very good second shot, but it was a couple of yards away from, maybe just a yard away from getting to the crest of the hill and having a chance to make birdie, whereas Bubba had the much easier shot because he was further out, and he knocked it close and made birdie. I mean, the tournament really turned on a dime at 8 and 9, but you knew when Bubba hit that tee shot at 9 that he was going to have a tremendous advantage because he had better angles, and he was going to be able to get over all those false fronts and get to those tuck pins if he was driving it the way he was.
He's Brandel Chamblee of the Golf Channel joining us, Dan Patrick Show. The best golfer in the world is?
Well, let me think about that. It's muddled. It's really tough to say who the best golfer in the world is right now. My goodness. Couldn't you ask me an easier question than that?
Will Tiger ever be the best golfer in the world again?
Yes, absolutely. There is a silver lining, I think, in the surgery and the recuperation and rehab that Tiger Woods is going through. I hope when he comes back, he won't be able to lift as much. He won't be able to hit the weights the way he does. Perhaps he slims down in the upper half of his body and gets some of that flexibility back. That is the silver lining here. If he gets some of that flexibility back, gets rid of some of that bulk, then he can go back to swinging the club the way he was last year, where clearly he was the best player in the world. When he came out early this year, I had predicted, I wrote about it, talked about it, he was going to come back and win major championships this year. And then I saw him at Torrey Pines, and I went, hold on a second. Can I go back and rewrite everything?
Did he bulk up, though? Did he bulk up for ego, or did he bulk up for performance?
Well, if he bulked up for performance, he's getting bad advice. I think it's ego. I think he loves the gym. He's addicted to the gym. He wants to look good. He thinks it's empowering. And maybe he does look great on the beach. Hell, I don't know. I've never seen him. But I know he doesn't look very good on a golf course.
All right, so you don't see Tiger. So he's not winning a major this year.
No. No. What he has to do, heck, I don't even know. I was joking a minute ago, is that his agent Steinberg has all the transparency of hospital billing. You never know. You never, ever know when Tiger's going to come back. You never, ever know what the extent of the injury is or what the recovery is. You talk to other people who say, well, maybe it's this or maybe that. You never know. And we won't even know when we come back. Remember last year, late in the year, when Tiger said that he had slept on a bad bed, and that's why his back hurt? Well, then he said this year, no, my back's been hurting me for a year. So, in fact, that really wasn't the issue. He didn't tell us that his back was bothering him for a year. So you never know. We're guessing, all of us. We're in the dark, so to speak. When he comes back and I see his golf swing and I see what he's got, because nobody's golf swing changes week to week, month to month, more than Tiger Woods' golf swing. When he comes back, if I see one golf swing and I see him get the club almost to parallel and have a quiet transition and he can hit a draw, then I'll say he can win a major championship. Before that, no.
All right, before I let you go, a real hard question. Would you rather look like Adam Scott or play like Adam Scott?
That's fabulous. Oh, gosh. I think I'd rather play like Adam Scott. Because, you can make up for the way you look and your personality. You can play your way into good looks, Dan.
Oh, no.
You can play your way into a personality. I see guys play really good golf, and everybody thinks, man, that guy's really smart, and that guy's really good looking. No, I think we can play our way into a better life.
Good to visit
but
with you.
That's a great question. That's the best question I've ever been asked. I love it.
Thank you, Brandel.
Either one I'd take. Take care, Dan.
All right, buddy.